If you had told us that one of the best games of this year would be a PlayStation VR title, we probably would have looked at you funny. If you followed that up with the game being a puzzle platformer, we admittedly would have been slightly curious. Imagine our surprise then when we sat down with Astrobot Rescue Mission and walked away with what is the VR equivalent of a title like Super Mario Odyssey, but in virtual reality. Astrobot is the definitive VR showcase, and a prime example of VR gaming done right that truly deserved to get top honors.
Roguelike games are a genre that is often divisive amongst the gaming community. Some gamers fail to understand the nuances of the genre and scoff at the often pixelated old-school look of most of these titles. But this year, one of them made the case to show that the genre has the stones, or cells, to be considered amongst the greats. Dead Cells, the roguelite action platformer that mixes the touted Metroidvania style of gaming with a taste of Dark Souls combat, provided one of the best experiences of the year. Combined with a stellar soundtrack, slick visuals, and addictive gameplay, Dead Cells is not to be missed.
It's rare when a fighting game gets it right, especially one styled after the Versus series with a 3 vs 3 setup. However, Bandai Namco and Arc System Works managed to find a great formula with our number 8 choice, Dragon Ball FighterZ. No fighting game is 100% perfect, but FighterZ comes very close to managing that balance of arcade classic gameplay with a system that's easy to learn and will take many months to master. With additional fighters being added over time and smart balance patches that won't let broken gameplay bring the experience down, unlike some other fighting game offerings from the past year, the game is poised to be a contender in the fighting game scene for a good and welcome stay, and will probably last as long as the saga in the anime to boot.
The Ultimate Party game comes back hard, making an astounding, well, smash. We've had a few contenders for the crown with games like Brawlout and Brawlhalla, but we knew Nintendo wasn't going to sit idly and lose the hold on the party fighter genre with the greatest crossover game in existence. With a definitive update in its basic mechanics, the largest roster to date, multiple gameplay modes, as well as a unique story mode that will provide untold hours of fun for both diehards and newcomers alike, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate solidifies itself as the best Smash entry in the series, and one of the best games to be put out this year.
Subnautica is 2018's sleeper hit survival game. Featuring an aquatic world full of amazing flora and fauna, the game forces you to literally survive through the consumption of food and water while maintaining oxygen levels when on excursions. From the start, the game doesn't give you anything, other than the sense of terror as you dive ever deeper into this alien world's vast ocean. Featuring a quality soundtrack and sound cues that portray the beauty and terror of the ocean in equal measure, Subnautica delivers rich narrative, engaging exploration, an open world that truly feels alive, and above all else, a longing for more when you actually reach the game's end.
Last year, we got Horizon Zero Dawn and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to showcase the open world genre done right. While very few titles did it justice this year, Rockstar's latest offering proves that they are still the beast of a developer when it comes to developing open-world video games. Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just a game with a lot to do in it, it's an experience that tries to emulate what it might have been like to exist and live during the time of the Old West. From having to manage your camp, hunting, interacting with NPCs, everything a way of life game should have is in this title. For some, it may be just too much to focus on for a single game, but fans of Rockstar's multiple series will feel right at home and ready to dive in wholeheartedly to life on the range.
Video games as a work of art is something that gets thrown around a lot in the industry, and it's rare when a game comes out that proves this point. Gris is such a game. With its splendid art style, fantastic soundtrack, and simplistic gameplay, it knows what it wants to do, and it does it so well you forget there is a controller in your hand. Amongst the sea of AAA titles and big-budget blockbusters, Gris stands proudly above them, and is proof that not every game needs to be a multi-million-dollar graphics fest for the hardest of the hardcore. Sometimes we just want to sit back, relax, and enjoy a visually stunning masterpiece that tells a subtle story of fear, loss, and acceptance.
Superhero games tend to get a lot of flack. Take, for example, Rocksteady's Batman games. They were monumental in that they showcased how the superhero video game genre can be executed greatly, but some missteps in the story and a lackluster third installment kept the games from being the true masterpiece it could have been. Many wondered what the industry could do next, and Insomniac, with the backing of Sony, answered with Marvel's Spider-Man. Taking their own approach to the source material, mixing it with stellar open-world gameplay, and utilizing the cast of characters to the best of their ability, all combined to deliver not just a great game for 2018, but one of the best superhero games of all time. And thanks to a compelling narrative and emotional performances that both surprised and moved even comic book diehards, it's the best Spider-Man movie never made, appropriately setting itself up to become the Iron Man of a Marvel gaming universe in the process.
In life, we all have our own proverbial mountains to climb, and at times we want to rid ourselves of negativity and the bad stuff to focus on our happier things and feel-good moments. Leave it to a video game to show us it's okay to embrace both, to conquer our fears. Celeste is a game about overcoming your mistakes. It's a game that deals with the issues of mental illness. It's a game that teaches you how to combat depression and anxiety. All told, with a fantastic cast of characters and an amazing chiptune soundtrack by Lana Rain. Seriously, listen to Confronting Myself. Just wow. Celeste is a wonderful, epic masterpiece of a video game. And now for this year's honorable mentions.
Game of the Year.
In a year dominated by powerful, moving narratives that represent the diversity, expansion, and progression of gaming culture as a whole, it was hard to imagine that the poster child of traditional escapist male fantasy would be the year's most prolific representative of this movement in interactive storytelling.
2018's God of War left an incredible impression on us at the off, so much so that we devoted an entire video piece to it earlier this year. Even after an incredible year of fantastic games running the gamut from niche indie to expansive AAA blockbusters that each brought something unique in terms of storytelling, we still found ourselves coming back to the balance that was offered in God of War.
It provided not just a fantastic story, but an entertaining and surprisingly deep gameplay experience that built upon what was beloved about the franchise while infusing it with new ideas and concepts.
As we mentioned in our previous video essay, God of War stands as not just a great game by design or writing or graphics or gameplay, but as a testament to the evolution that the industry is going through. It reminds us that even in a video game, there are truly human moments within, and that within the video game culture, we as the community can embrace our emotions and our past as well, and still be bastions of support for the next generation. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us across social media for updates. Thanks for watching!